Hi, I'm Dana Obleman. This video is part of my free sleep course for kids 25 months and up right here on YouTube. If you could use some more guidance and check out Sleep Sounds Plus, the link is in the description below. Welcome. If you've got an older child that's not sleeping well, I really want to congratulate you for taking some steps to solve this problem. This has been something really wonderful that I've witnessed over the last few years, is that more and more parents are raising their hand and saying, you know what, I've got a child who's just not a very good sleeper. And I think why that is because as a society, we're learning more about sleep. Sleep in the last 5 years or so has become a bit of a trendy hot topic. More and more people are talking about their sleep or lack thereof and are starting to explore how to get their children a better quality night. I think for a lot of years we just thought, oh well, right? She doesn't sleep great, or she spends half the night in our bed, or she doesn't go to bed until 10 o'clock. But now we know that that is actually damaging to her health, that so much is affected by the quality of our sleep. Everything from IQ to obesity will show up if we're not getting good quality sleep. So I don't want to alarm you, but I definitely want to encourage you and celebrate you for taking this important step in teaching your child to sleep well. Now, depending on how old your child is, I just want to warn you that with this age group, it is a harder journey. And that is simply because we as human beings are so protective of our sleep environment. We do not like change. We do not like surprises when it comes to our sleep. That's why we tend to sleep more poorly when we're in a hotel room or at company's house, because it's different. It's not the same as what we're used to every night. Everything from getting yourself ready for bed to what you do when you actually climb into bed is very habitual. Just think about it for a few minutes, your own strategies. Maybe you've got a special side of the bed you always sleep on. Maybe you need to have your earplugs just so ready in case, or a glass of water, or the window open, or music playing. Whatever it is, these are the strategies that you've collected that help you make this journey easier, help you get from A, which is wide awake, to B, asleep. How you get from A to B is the journey. And we want to make that as easy as we possibly can on ourselves, and that is why we've become so habitual. So your child has some habits. And yes, those are the habits that we're going to have to change and start teaching her some independent habits. And that will be a process, absolutely. Think of any time in your life where you've tried to give up a bad habit, even when you know it's not good for you and that this is going to be a much better way. It's still hard, right? It's really hard. And I think that's one of the key reasons why parents have such a hard time with this, is because they try something for a few days and feel like it's not working and give up, or they try something else for a few days and that doesn't work and they give up. But we're going to be together through this journey for the next 14 days. And with my guidance and support and advice, you're going to hang in there long enough until you start to see some results show up. And ultimately, what we're giving our child is the gift of sleep. Teaching a child to sleep well is my number one core belief in life, that giving them the skills that they need to sleep well is so absolutely important for their overall health and happiness. And once we give them the gift, it really does last a lifetime. I look at my own children and all the parents that I've helped over the years and know that if you stay consistent with your expectations around your children's sleep, they turn into really great sleepers well into the teen years and hopefully for the rest of their life, because they have a great association with what sleep does. When you feel fatigued, you go to this beautiful place where fatigue leaves and sleep comes, and we wake up feeling refreshed and have lots of energy for our day. Now, with older children, I find that the most common sleep prop that we're dealing with is you. The parent has become the sleep prop. So maybe it was at one point in your child's life you used to nurse her to sleep, and then you started rocking her to sleep, and now you're laying down with her to sleep. That is the most common problem with the 2-year-olds and up, is that the parent has become the prop. So now your child thinks that every time I go to sleep, you need to be there. When I wake up in the middle of the night and you're not there, then that's cause for concern. I'm going to call for you or cry for you to come back and lay down with me again. So in the next 2 weeks, we're going to teach your child very gently how to sleep without you being right beside them. And that's going to be the ultimate gift to give her at the end of this journey. Bye for now.